Hey traders from around the world, it's Jeremy Alexander Newsom with Real Life Trading, and today is the 25th of January. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and I do trust you had a great weekend. I know if you are watching this anywhere east of Nashville, Tennessee, you probably have a lot of snow still around your house. Had a great weekend. Definitely got a lot of snow here in Nashville, about 6-7 inches or so. Pretty snowed in the majority of the day. Friday, Saturday. Did actually go snowboarding over the weekend. So I had a great time and got a chance to hang out at my good buddies Adam and Vlada's house yesterday. Watched the Broncos-Patriots game, which was phenomenal. Watched the Panthers game, which was also really great. I think at this point the Panthers are pretty much a shoo-in for the Super Bowl, but hey, they got to play first, so it's going to be a great game. When I get a chance to watch that with a few good friends in Lake Tahoe in 2 weeks, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Let's talk about the general market, and this is the SPY. And let's talk about some similarities that I noticed on these 2 days right here. So I am saying that I think based on these candles that we might be lower tomorrow. We might even gap down and kind of form a pretty interesting day tomorrow. But here's what I noticed. So this day was a Friday. This day pulled into the 10 EMA after a sharp bearish drop. This day pulled into the EMA's, the 10 EMA after a sharp bearish drop. Opened below the close of the prior day, opened below the close of the prior day. So very interesting little pattern. And again, these moving averages, really, really good angle. They're holding in here strong. Today is a new black crow on the SPY, which means it opens and closes below the prior day black candles, below the white day's close. So we open and close below the prior day white candles close. So pretty strong candles. The bottom line is if we continue down a little bit tomorrow, I do slightly anticipate us making it back into 182-ish. Probably this week, I would imagine, maybe even tomorrow, something like this. And this is going to be a very, very strong support. Really, King Kong needs to come in here and prop up the bulls. Otherwise, on the SPY, we probably do make some lower lows this year. And the reason I didn't go magnificently bullish, again, is because the IWM, we have a retest into the 10. Today is a new black crow. So simple trade setup would be if we make a lower low or a lower high tomorrow, then likely we will continue down in the overall market. How much further will we go down? That part I really don't know, but this is a retest. Really, the last part of last week is a retest. We did come to the moving averages. Volume has declined, and if we start making some lower lows and lower highs, today is a new black crow, and that would likely be a continuation signal bearish for the rest of the week. Today was a pretty thin day in trading. Only took one trade today on ticker symbol WRK and ended up trailing out for a nice little profit. But check out this gap on West Rock Company. I mean, really, absolutely flawless. This is the gap. This is the trade that you want to take. 3 white candles, trade into the 10, and we opened below the prior day's low. Absolutely phenomenal. Dan Walsh, thanks for finding that one this morning. So a lot of traders, seriously, just giant shout out to Sean, Kat, a few other traders took this on West Rock today. And we did have some official trades on this one. Niels as well. Great job, Niels. A lot of good profits on West Rock, regardless. Johnny Guarco shorted it right there this morning on the 1-minute chart. Had a few others short it right there, and a few others short it just right on that rollover. So either way, West Rock, pretty much however you played it, early in the morning, bearish. Here's the 5-minute chart on ticker symbol WRK. Worked out pretty well. So we shorted it on a retest of the low of the day break. So here's the low of the day. Here's the retest. It pulled in, shorted it, had our stop above the 10 EMA moving average, came in and just rolled over nicely for some ARH. So that was pretty well. And really, any kind of paper company that you typed in today was doing pretty much the same thing. Ticker symbol IP, International Paper. Here's the daily chart on this one. And again, a few white candles and the stock gap down and broke some pivots with a nice gap and go. Dean Chance made 2 Rs on this one, and just a really great little double top right there in the 5-minute, broke the support and was gone. So really good trade on that one. What was the other one? I'm trying to remember here. I could probably go to the gap up, gap down list. Really, but whatever it was, if it was a paper company, it probably gapped down. Yeah, there we go. PKG. PKG was another one that we watched pretty closely, pretty often today. PKG. There we go. And we can see some nice little bearish opportunities right there. Here's the low of the day break. So low of the day break, retest, and kind of a rollover there towards the end of the afternoon. That one didn't work as magnificent as a few others on the day did. But regardless, a lot of interesting moves like out in the paper industry and also the financial sector. So here's FAS, which is the ETF that tracks the financials. Here's the daily chart, and really a beautiful, beautiful possible continuation to come in. Volume was pretty light today, which really means if we start making some lower lows, lower highs tomorrow, I mean, this is a gorgeous continuation candle. So FAS specifically, this is the ETF that tracks the financial sector. This is a 3X, and it broke support. We came back up and retested it with a decline in volume, and today we got a black candle that opens and closes below the prior day white candle's close. That does not look bullish. Here's Bank of America. We did, and we still are in Bank of America bearish. We got triggered in on the 20th of January. Right now, up about an hour and a half on Bank of America. You have a lot of black candles in a row, so I'm still just kind of being calm and being patient on that one. But I could say, in my personal opinion, whatever retest Bank of America gets, I think at this point is shortable. It does appear to me that it is confirmed with a break below that 1441 support. So really interesting. Going to be phenomenal to see how that plays out. Ladies and gentlemen, tons of companies reporting earnings this week. So remember, with earnings and the way you play swing trades, it's going to be all about that gap, no candle. So here's the Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, battling the 20 EMA perfectly today. Nice inside day candle, and earnings are coming up tomorrow. So really, here's my plan on Apple. If it gaps up but does not open above 107, I'm going to be relatively bearish on it. If we gap up and break 110, then I will be bullish. If Apple gaps down on earnings, and specifically if it opens below $91.77, Apple is going to go into the $80 range, almost guaranteed, if it gaps down below that level. And that's not a huge gap. I mean, so really at this point, if it gaps down 10%, which it may or may not, but if it gaps down to or above 91.77, that's the line in the sand, if you will. $95, strong support, but the 200 simple moving average on the weekly chart is about 91.77. You can see how that interacted back in 2013. So I'm going to see how that really how that transpires, and if Apple breaks that support, ladies and gentlemen, I can almost guarantee without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to go much, much lower if it breaks that particular 200 SMA. We also have earnings on Amazon this week. So Amazon earnings, I don't know if it's going to go higher or lower, but what I can say is that it's broken the 100 simple moving average. We have now retested the 100 simple moving average with a nice little upper shadow, and this is still a very strong little chart pattern up here on Amazon. You have evening star reversal pattern at an all-time high, which also kind of looks pretty similar to an island reversal. So tomorrow is Tech Giant Tuesday in the afternoon swing trading room. Maybe if you want to consider hopping in there just for a few weeks, 3 or 4 weeks or a month or something, just to see how some of these tech stocks are going to play out over earnings and how you can possibly capture some opportunities on some swing trading levels. It's going to be really, really interesting to see. I have a pretty wild and outrageous wager right now on Facebook, in case you guys are wondering. So I wrote an article not too long ago on Facebook. This one also has earnings. And this is just a fun wager, a little ridiculous. I'm not going to deny that one, but pretty far away. So we got into a put sale on the 20th of Facebook, a $72 put sale. Thanks, Mr. Dean Chance. And that got 48 cents. A lot of traders are holding that over earnings. And right now, Facebook would take a $25 decrease on earnings to get even down to $72. I don't think that happens. $25 at this point is right around 30%-ish decrease on earnings. I doubt that happens. So here's the current wager is if Facebook closes below 72 by next Friday, apparently I'm naming my firstborn child Captain Zuckerberg Kirk Newsom. Kind of ridiculous. I know. Insane wager. But we'll see what happens. I really don't think it's going to expire in the money. So my overall anticipation is that Facebook does something on earnings, but doesn't gap quite down that far. The really strong support that I'm keeping my eye on is 85.68. If Facebook closes below or opens below 85.68, really going to be interested to see how it handles itself. And I'm not going to be bullish on Facebook unless, I'm not going to be bullish short term on Facebook unless it can open above 102 on the gap on earnings. ladies and gentlemen, going to be a huge week. Make sure you stay tuned for all the earnings announcements, and I'll be doing my best to look over any stocks that you guys request on Wednesday and Friday stock review. If you do want to look at any stocks, you're welcome to put the comment in the comment section below, or you can email me, post on Facebook, message me on Twitter. Whatever your juice, feel free to drink it. I'm happy to help in any way I possibly can. Exciting week, last week of January. Really pumped about it. Let's see what happens, and let's see what transpires. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you Wednesday. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade. See you.